Oh my God. Clowned Angel Reese. They're going to put it up. They might miss. They're going to put it up again. They might miss that. And then finally, eventually, maybe they will make a bucket. That's hilarious. This guy will probably be fired by tomorrow. This guy will probably lose his job by tomorrow. Once the Angel Reese fans hear the fact that he just roasted Angel Reese over her mebounds, webounds, whatever she's calling them these days, yeah, they're going to come for him.
That's the sound of a career hanging by a thread. That's the prediction of a man's professional execution, all because he dared to tell a simple truth on a live broadcast. This isn't about basketball anymore. This is about what happens when a league's carefully constructed narrative gets shattered by one moment of honesty and the digital mob that gets unleashed to silence the truth-teller. The story they don't want you to know isn't about Angel Reese's rebounds. It's about the announcer they tried to destroy for questioning them. We're going to show you the evidence, the coordinated attack, and the chilling culture of fear that is rotting the WNBA from the inside out. They can't silence all of us. The man at the center of this storm is Seattle Storm broadcaster Dick Fain. His crime? During the Sky's 79-69 loss to Seattle, he committed the unforgivable sin of analyzing the game he was paid to watch. As Angel Reese padded another double-double in another loss, Fain pointed out the inconvenient reality of how those numbers were being achieved. He said on air, Angel Reese loves those missed shot offensive boards, second opportunities. And if Chicago's going to beat you, that's how they are going to do it. They're going to put it up, they're going to miss, they're going to put it up again. They might miss again, but eventually they're going to get a bucket. For years, critics have quietly pointed out this exact issue, that many of Reese's impressive rebounding stats come from cleaning up her own missed shots, earning her the nickname mebounds behind closed doors. But Fain said it out loud. He gave a voice to the thousands of fans who watched the Chicago Sky celebrate individual stats, while the team itself circles the drain. And here's the proof that he wasn't just hating. He was saying what everyone else was seeing.
My goodness gracious. Once again, celebrating Angel Reese's powerful double-double last night. We got a couple of things. We got a WNBA announcer actually clowning Angel Reese during the game. That normally doesn't happen. Did he not get the memo? You're not supposed to do that. I mean, players in this league check those boxes. People gamble on these games. So last night, a double-double. Angel Reese got a double-double, and the Chicago Sky, of course, celebrated said double-double. They lost 79-69. But my goodness, that didn't stop them, of course, from putting out this tweet right here. Player of the game. I mean, last time I checked, player of the games are usually for the winning squad.
Think about that. The team loses by 10 points, but they rush to social media to crown a player of the game from the losing squad. It's a culture of celebrating mediocrity, a marketing strategy designed to distract you from the truth. The stats are not translating into wins. The Chicago Sky were spiraling towards a disastrous 10-32 season. And what about those famous double-doubles? The Sky's record, when Reese posted those numbers, was a pathetic 15-32. The announcer didn't lie. He pointed to a gaping wound in the Sky's season. And for that, he became the enemy. You have to understand how rare this kind of honesty is. WNBA broadcasters typically tiptoe around players like they're walking through a minefield. An inside source described the environment perfectly, saying announcers are so terrified of offending anyone that they practically hand out participation trophies mid-game. In a league paralyzed by fear, Dick Fain's analysis wasn't an insult, it was an act of courage. And in the WNBA, courage gets punished. Immediately, the digital machine was activated. The announcer's honest critique triggered a massive coordinated backlash from Angel Reese's fanbase on social media. This wasn't just a few angry fans. This was a targeted campaign, and their goal wasn't to debate basketball. Their goal was to destroy the messenger. The attacks were vile, personal, and dripping with a disgusting hypocrisy that exposes the rot at the core of this online mob. While demanding that Angel Reese be protected from even the slightest criticism, these so-called fans engaged in some of the most despicable behavior imaginable. They mocked injured players Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham by creating and sharing photoshopped images of them on crutches and in wheelchairs. Let me repeat that. They celebrated and laughed at serious injuries to other women, all in the name of defending their favorite player from words. They want protection from analysis, but they use other players' physical pain as a punchline. But it gets even worse. The mob, so quick to cry foul and claim any criticism of Reese is rooted in prejudice, started using their own racially charged attacks. One fan posted "Crackers go mad again" in response to the criticism, exposing their own bigotry. This isn't about justice, it's about having a shield to hide behind while you throw mud, and it's about creating an environment so toxic, so radioactive, that no other announcer will ever dare to speak freely again. According to multiple reports, Angel Reese was visibly frustrated after the game and probably had a few choice words for the announcer. Her frustration is understandable. No one likes being called out, but the reaction from her supporters crossed every line of decency, and it all serves a darker purpose to ensure that the league's media partners remember the rule. You can praise, you can celebrate, you can hype, but you cannot criticize, not the protected ones. The mob's tactics are designed to make an example out of Dick Fain. They are sending a message to every other broadcaster in the league. Step out of line, and we will come for your job. We will brand you a racist. We will flood your employer with complaints. We will make your life a living hell until you are silenced. This is how the system of control works. It's not an official memo from the league office. It's a threat delivered by a digital army, and the most terrifying part, it seems to be working. The prediction that this mob would come for his career wasn't just speculation, it was an assessment of how this machine operates. Industry insiders immediately began to suggest that the announcer faced potential disciplinary action. The idea that a broadcaster could be fired for doing their job, for providing legitimate analysis, is a 5-alarm fire for journalistic integrity. But in the sanitized, brand-focused world of the WNBA, the truth is a liability. The league, which launched an investigation into alleged racist comments directed at Reese, has been deafeningly silent about the racist comments and disgusting targeted harassment aimed at a member of the media by Reese's own fans. This silence is complicity. By allowing a fan mob to act as judge, jury, and executioner, the league is sanctioning these tactics. They are creating a media landscape where only positive, league-approved narratives are safe to discuss. Dick Fain wasn't just an announcer, he was a test case. And the verdict the mob wanted was clear. His career. They want him gone, erased from the airwaves as a warning to anyone else who might think about telling the truth. This is the human cost of the WNBA's culture of fear. A man who loves basketball, who has built a career on talking about it, is now the #1 target of a hate campaign for a few sentences of honest analysis. He's the victim here. He's the one who was targeted, harassed, and threatened professionally, all for breaking an unwritten rule that says you must pretend Angel Reese's empty stats are meaningful. He is the sacrifice being offered to appease the brand. So where does that leave us? The mob is calling for his head. The league is looking the other way, and a precedent is being set. We've been digging, trying to find out what happened to Dick Fain behind the scenes, and what we're hearing about the pressure put on the Seattle Storm organization and its broadcast partners is chilling. They are trying to bury this story, and him along with it. The question is no longer just what happens to this one announcer. The real question is, who's next? If a broadcaster can have his career destroyed for this, then is any real analysis of the WNBA even possible? Or is the mob now officially in charge?